I think it's important to start mentoring kids when they're young because it's all about building trust and getting a kid willing to work with you when you start at a younger age. You're able to build that relationship and actually get to see them grow and help them feel more connected. Since working here, I have seen a lot of growth with some of the kids that I've worked with. It really goes to show that when you're consistent reaching out every week and showing up for these kids, you get to see that trust build. I had kids where at first they're a little bit more shy and reluctant to work on their academic support. I've seen one youth where I remember at first he was super resistant the first 2 years, and now in our 3rd year doing school visits, he is excited to see me and he asked me when am I coming to help him out. So it's pretty incredible the amount of growth you'll see from just meeting a kid in just a matter of a couple years. Right now I mentor 7, about to mentor 8. I have a 1st grader up until a 10th grader. So it's a wide range of ages.
So we're looking at when kids are 4, so before kindergarten is when we go through our enrollment process. We're looking for youth who have very high barriers. I like to call them systemic barriers, and we are trying to identify the youth that would have a hard time enrolling in other programs and trying to meet the needs of those who have a really difficult time. We do a lot of observation, conversations, learning from the teachers and nonprofit organizations, and then the mentors who would ultimately be working with the youth. They're involved as well. It's very exciting because the caregivers come in and they're hearing about the organization, learning that their youth has been selected to have a mentor, and they get to decide based on the information that they're gathering if this is a fit, and they always say yes because it's just a wonderful opportunity to have that relationship for 12 and a half years.
I think a mentor is really important in youth's lives outside of the adults that they have in their lives, because it gives them the opportunity to build trust with another person who is truly just there to support the youth. I know that a lot of caregivers have a lot going on, either with their busy work schedules or they might have family things that they're working through. And so I know that caregivers are super happy to see us come and work with their kids, because we're able to just kind of focus on what their passions and interests are and really just try to grow that. My life as a mentor is super different every day. I do a lot of school visits with my younger kids that are in elementary school, and then I also take them out on outings. Mainly it's a combination of academic support while also just trying to do some skill building with what their goals are for the year.
It is a privilege to fail. So if you're working with kids who come from challenging backgrounds and they are not necessarily included in society in the way that we want, that when they mess up, a lot of people expect them to mess up, and they're feeling a narrative that people have about them. What I love about the mentors is that they're we all mess up. We got your back. Now what are you going to do? How are you going to learn? How are you going to use the core assets to think about what happened? And so they're able to really walk alongside them through that journey and know that it's a part of the journey, instead of penalizing them and pretending oh, well, why are you messing up? And society expected you to do that in the first place, when we have a huge part of our community who fail, who have second, third, fourth chances, and it's fine, it's expected. And so just having that opportunity to be there for them, I think, is the ultimate expression of love.
My goal with supporting these kids is to be someone that I needed when I was younger. I really want to use the skill sets I developed as an adult to help young people grow and be healthy and just feel like they can be successful in life.
It is a very robust effort to be in this line of work, because as each child graduates and moves on, that's inspirational. But if you think about how we're trying to dismantle those systems, and we're trying to challenge systems to look at these youth differently, To me, that is transformation. We're not just doing business as usual and one kid at a time, and that's great for you. We're really looking at the big picture and wanting to make sure that they can go out and soar and become leaders, so then they can come back and have that ripple effect themselves with their own community. You can be a part of that inspiration and transformation, and I think that I'm a true believer that teamwork makes the dream work. We can't do this by ourselves, and so having that partnership, it's just a wonderful opportunity.
I think it's meaningful to invest in Friends of the Children because your money is supporting these youth's passions and interests. I think a lot of the kids we work with don't have a lot of opportunities that other kids might get because we're working with at-risk youth. And so the ability to give them more opportunities in terms of being able to go to sports games, being able to try to help nurture their artistic interests, helping them actualize maybe their writing goals, all of the supports that we get go directly to the kids and them figuring out what goals do they want to work towards. And I think it's super meaningful, and I know the kids really appreciate it.
I think Friends of the Children Portland provides a unique opportunity to invest directly in youth achieving their goals. And it can vary from youth to youth, but at the end of the day, we are able to commit resources to these journeys and this growth that's happening every single day. And so it's an opportunity to really invest in youth succeeding.
Friends of the Children is so hard to explain because you can only see it from the eyes of the people that are in it. But if you come and you see, how happy the children are, and, you come by even years later, you're gonna see that it's, there's new kindergartners every year that are coming in. Come and visit and see the way people act, and you'll see just how important it is to these kids.